He's not responsible for what he will. Cause his mother made him what he is. Come on, y'all. And against the wall, redneck mother. Mother who had made the sun so well. So well. But he's faithful, breaking in the song. You'll be thinking with the glasses and raising him. Hanging out with my flipping right from Saturday night. Hey, what's up, y'all? I was like on a total delay here.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Bad Boys of Reselling. What an amazing intro from our special guest.
Okay, yeah, that's awful. That was weird. I was like, dude, I'm on the radio? Really?
So what's going on there, Mr. Alex?
I'm hanging out, man. Just hoping that this internet goes through today. Testing it out this week. I'm happy to have John and Kim Crockers all up in this show tonight. It's going to be awesome, guys. If you're not subscribed to them, they're right above 950 subscribers. Let's get them over 1,000 subscribers. Bad Boys of Reselling style. We've pushed a few other people over the edge, and these two are just awesome, down to earth, real, fun. Just great people, and you should go check out their content if you haven't already. So go subscribe and give this a thumbs up.
That's a lot to live up to right there. For those of us that are y'all over here with us, if y'all haven't checked out my flipping live for Fatman The Flipper, y'all really ought to, man. These guys are the real deal. They get out there. They're like the Jedi Knights of reselling. So, we're good at getting things. Just these guys are the guys that tell you how to get rid of stuff.
Money with the things we get.
Exactly. So, okay, what do we got on the comments? Wow. Yeah, we're late. Oh, wait, that's you. So what's going on, guys?
Oh, not much. You guys want to introduce yourselves to everybody?
Oh, yeah.
Say what's up.
I'm Kimberly Crocker.
And I'm John, the locker. So together we're
Crockers Lockers.
And we're here based out of Dallas, Texas. So yeah, just hanging out on Saturday night and got an opportunity to hang out with our buddies here. So let's have some fun, man. Talk some trash and just go all kinds of crazy.
And we buy lockers, obviously. We do some thrifting, a little bit of reselling. But yeah. You gotta come and join our adventures.
Yeah. That's for sure. We started buying lockers when
has it been a year?
It's right at a year.
Yeah,
so.
I think so. We watched and watched, and we're like, got the itch, and went and did it. And it's a lot more than you think.
Yeah, it's like, imagine.
A lot more than you think.
Well, I mean, we were used to it back when we first met. I mean, I've got, I've said it in my videos, I was full-fledged, raging alcoholic when we met. And, I had to step back and kind of get my life together. And this angel here helped me out. And in the process, we started doing a lot of scrapping, reselling, trash picking. I mean, you name it, we did it,
We did it all.
and scraping by, just trying to keep our head above the water. And then Hurricane Harvey hit, and that was just, absolutely crazy when we were down in Houston. And so, we got an opportunity to move up here to Dallas, and that's what we did. And it's like the itch never goes away, It's like, man, because we would find, I found a complete bass rig in someone's garbage. I sold it for $1,200, just a bass guitar rig for someone. And they were throwing it out, and it had a bad fuse. So it's like, let's We started watching. We were watching Hales and
Jeebus, I think.
Jeebus, Hales, and Pirate. And
Mm-hmm.
then it was like, you know what? Let's just do it. And our first locker we bought, I mean, it was a little locker that could, what I call it, because we're still selling stuff out of that little locker, and it wasn't anything fancy.
No, it wasn't.
But I've set it up. I'll let you.
You're good.
But
Yeah,
and it's just gotten bigger and bigger, and you know, we're selling more stuff. Just yeah, it's a lot of work. That's the main thing. It's a lot of work. But
I do want to ask you guys, just off the top of my head, how long do you hold on to something that you're selling, whether it's in an eBay store, which I think their fees are crazy, or however you sell it? How long do you hang on to it before you just ditch it?
I've been coming on stuff here lately, like I've had in my store for a year, and I'm like, well, it's already listed, so I'm like getting it down real low, where I'm just like trying to get out from under it.
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't want to sit on stuff for a year. Like I'm
Right.
pretty much at like the 6 months mark, and it's like, all right, get it out.
And that's the point. We don't have like storage space. So
well, we do. It's just
it's
full.
full.
Yeah, we got.
Hold on to it. Same
Yeah.
thing, or
Yeah, it's like the same thing. I've had like I just actually deleted last night a couple things that I had in my eBay store that were there for like a year. You know that they were bad buys. You know, I've done everything from lower the price to things that you try to just at least get your money back on, and
Right.
you got rid of it. But my ideal is try to get things gone by 3 months. And if it's not gone by 3 months, recoup the money one way or the other, whether it's, lower the price all the way down to get it gone, or do a garage sale and pretty much give it away, but get some sort of money back and basically cut your losses, That's part of business.
I'm
Like a
so
week, I'm like-
frustrated. Okay, it's been less than a week. Get it out of here. But I mean, we've had luck, as far as online selling Mercari. It's been like a random Nissan key fob, a Hot Wheels car that I had. We just sold a N64 Legend of Zelda. So I mean, that's the stuff that I'm finding is going online. And then of course, Facebook Marketplace. You got to deal with the twits on there, and I just hope that when these people. And if you're one of them, just please hear from our side, okay? It's you get 50 people asking, is this still available? Have an original thought.
But they can punch that like it's
But and then as far as leaving us hanging, Facebook used to let me report buyers that left you hanging. You'd set up a meet, you'd be there, everything's ready, and they don't show up. They've gone to they're protecting the sellers now. And you can't rate the buyers like that if they leave you
protecting the
hanging.
buyers, not the sellers.
Yeah, that's
They're protecting the sellers.
oops.
I've never dealt with that. I've recently started looking into Facebook Marketplace. I've been sourcing from there, like at least looking to see what I could find, what I could buy. But I've never actually sold anything on Facebook Marketplace. I've listed a couple things, never sold them. But that's something new to me. But I think it's true. I think it's a lot to do with what you got, right? Like I'll hold on to something for 5 years if it's one of a kind and I know it's worth
I agree.
crap ton of money and nobody's come by it. I mean, I'm not gonna just let that go. But if it's something that it's just not a good buy or a good product to sell, or it's just not selling. I guess it just depends. It depends on what your space is, how much time and effort you got to put into it.
Right.
Those $1 million
it is.
beanie babies I'm hanging on to, I'm gonna bury me with them if they
We
don't
have
sell.
a lot of beanie babies. Anybody wants beanie babies? We got about 6 totes of them.
Yeah, and that was
If Oscar, maybe
she got banned within a week of listing stuff. She stepped on someone's toes, I guess, or someone got their panties in the mud, and all of her items got listed as forged fakes. I mean, they were real stuff. I mean, real, what was it, Chanel,
MK curses,
MK, Coach,
some Ralph Lauren stuff. Yeah,
and someone reported she's banned from Marketplace for life. She can't talk to a human, can't
fight it, nothing.
There's nothing. You just go, okay, thank you, Facebook. Can I have another? Yeah. And so it's actually worked really well, though. I've had to clean up my Facebook game and not get thrown in Facebook jail as much.
Again.
So, I mean, it works out.
You get thrown in Facebook jail, you can't sell.
Wow.
So,
what happened?
I do want to say I missed a super chat from Storage Scavenger. So thanks
man. Thanks, James.
Oh, we got a super chat. That means I gotta do this. Hold on.
Gotta do something, let's see.
We got a super chat.
That's awesome.
Dude, I love the Bartman poster, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's for sale. Everything on this wall is for sale. All right, how do I stop this stupid thing? There. I got it. All right, there you go.
My buddy. Yeah, my buddy's gonna come visit. So yeah, a little devil.
That's the devil on his shoulder.
Yeah, he sits there. My work computer's right here. See that number? Right there.
Devil's drunk. Fell off.
Yeah, hey, bad devil.
Bad devil.
Bad devil. Bad devil. Yeah.
That's one thing I got into towards you.
But no, I mean it's just nuts. The main thing, like I said, is getting rid of stuff is the hardest part. Getting it's great. That's easy.
Yeah.
Really.
And I don't know if y'all are buying lockers or whatnot. I mean, what do they go for in y'all's areas?
Well, I'm not too far from where Jeremy, what the Hales is so.
Yeah.
So whatever that range, they're buying them for $1, $10, $600. It's all over the board.
And he did something online for $60, and we're like, how in the world did you get one?
Yeah, how did you get a locker for $60 online? How did that happen?
That doesn't happen.
Because here in Dallas, everything is like a 5x5. People are going. I mean, it's crazy. $200-$300 for a 5x5 with 2 suitcases and a bag of chicken bones. I mean, it's just nuts.
Chicken bones are extra sometimes.
But we always get them.
We do that and teeth flossers.
Yeah, teeth flossers and chicken bones. That is one of those. They follow her around. We were at this Walmart in South Dallas, and she was in the bathroom, and someone literally came in there and ate chicken wings in the bathroom. They were throwing the bones on the floor, and they're rolling into the stall, into her stall.
Yeah. I don't know what that means, but
and so every time we go anywhere, we find, either chicken bones or those stupid little flosser things, with the little flosser of the pig. And I'll find them in the park. That and I call them tumbleweeds. Between that, it's just entertaining going anywhere with us, really. If you're going to go to Walmart, go to one of the worst neighborhoods in your city. That way you can at least be entertained while you're irritated.
Yeah, I think it was George Lopez book or something a long time ago. He said, God has a sense of humor. Don't believe me? Just go to Walmart.
Yeah.
Right.
Amen.
Right.
Amen.
I want to say what's up to the people in the chat. I don't think we said what's up to them.
Good.
And I'm not sure if I'm choppy or not, but shout out to everybody that's here. We love y'all. I'm not typing because I can't, because I'm trying to conserve as much internet as possible. So I got the chat behind me. So I'm looking at it here, but I can't type. So shout out to everybody, man, because she shared adventures with her husband. James,
I'm trying to type a little bit.
Danny, Eric, just all you people, man. We love y'all. We give y'all shout outs every Saturday. Every Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for hanging out with us. It's really awesome. It's just on your internet thing. When we first moved up here, we didn't have our internet hooked up. It was still hooked up out of the spring for my 75-year-old mom lives with us. And so everything was hooked up down there for her. And we were up here about 2.5 months before our lease ran out down there to move her up here. So we were trying anything we could, watch TV. And I got the bright idea one night, hey, let's use my mobile hotspot to watch TV on the PlayStation View. Yeah, that lasted all, I think, 7 minutes, and I was out of data for the month.
I'm trying to.
Oh, and for y'all who don't know, Oscar, he is doing the Oscar thing, man. That guy lives a life, bro. He's up in Universal Studios right now, having a good time.
Maybe Universal Florida. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's telling his love. He's here. He's here in spirit.
I thought he said it was his wife's birthday, which I said that's
Yeah.
awesome because my birthday was Thursday. I'm like, ooh, 2 Capricorns in the house.
Yeah, it's the birthday, and happy late birthday to you too. By the way, thank you for reminding me.
Oh,
Happy birthday, baby.
no. Same time next year.
Yep.
Did y'all do anything? Y'all do anything special for your birthday?
Now it's like really gross weather. Oh, I gotta promise we would do something special later.
But we did that today.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
We went to Kendra.
I went to Kinder Scott and went to eat at Gas Monkey Garage.
Yeah, Gas Monkey Bar and Grill. Got something to eat over there.
So no, we haven't done anything yet, but I'm sure we will.
Yeah.
We'll do something real special.
What do you want to do?
I don't know.
Probably a 2-ton show, huh?
Maybe.
Of course. So, but anyways, we're talking about work now.
It's not work. That's fun. Well, it's me and my birthday. That's fun.
But no, I mean, it's not. Let's see, what does Douglas say? If Crockers offers you getting your car and go 30 degrees northeast, you would come real close, and Alex almost sick Air Jordan laughed. Huh?
Need to look up the map. You could possibly hook up.
I don't want to hook up with Alex's lap. What kind of freak are you?
Hey man, you ain't never hooked up with a lap like mine before. My lap is made for hooking up.
Oh, but no, I mean, we just do our thing, man. So as far as like sourcing, where do y'all? I saw Jordan's got some really cool stuff coming in. And where'd you pick all that stuff up, and how'd that?
Moon boots.
Yeah, what's moon boots?
It hasn't came out yet.
Oops. Stay tuned for the premiere.
If you want to find out what moon boots are, stay tuned. Jordan's gonna be showing you real soon. He's
There
gonna
it
put
is.
out a video for you. It's gonna blow your mind. It's out of this world.
See what you did there.
See what you did.
Do I need to put the lights again?
That's a light. There you go.
I've been finding everything at Goodwill. I've been going to different random, like, small, like, church thrift stores, and then just a regular Goodwill that I hit, like, almost every day.
Wow.
Like that Fisher Price,
Yeah, what's up with that?
that thing, legit.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's awesome. Doing that. I don't even think about.
For $299 right now, and I've got watchers. I've got 2 watchers on it.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice. Yeah, we did. Our biggest one, was a snap-on beanie.
It wasn't that big, but it was big for us.
It was big for us. It was gone in 2 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, we literally bought it before we could even shoot the video. I listed it and it was gone. And that was brand new Snap-on Tools beanie. We paid like $2.50 for it and sold it for $20.
Yeah, worked.
And we just various Coca-Cola glasses and whatnot. We got the stuff listed, but it's that wonderful time of year where everyone's Christmas out. So it's like, hey.
Now, when y'all go to storage units and y'all bid on something, what is like the thing that you hope you find? Like, what's that one thing you hope you find?
59 Les Paul.
He's always looking for guitars and
Guitars, guns, and Hot Wheels.
Yeah, he is.
And she's looking for purses and diamonds and gold. So, it's realistic. It can happen.
That's a good mix. That's a little bit of everything.
And we usually get a whole bunch of clothes. and China.
And left shoes,
And yeah,
left feet.
lots of single shoes.
If you know someone with a left foot that doesn't have a shoe on it, send them our way.
Hook you up.
We'll get it fixed up, man.
You can sell those as amputee shoes.
That's what someone told us, and
Yeah,
I actually looked it up online, and it's true. You can. I'm like, someone even had like a charity for it. I'm like, I can donate. But
Oh, and heads.
yeah, we get a lot of heads,
Heads. We found 10 heads on a duffel bag.
mostly with hair, but yeah, we get lots of heads.
Hey,
Yeah.
Oh, heads, like,
Here, I'll show you.
yeah, we have a bunch.
I've never seen this in a video.
You haven't seen all the heads? We got lots of heads.
We got lots of heads. I mean, we had girlfriends for Manny before the hells even figured it out, dude.
There we go. This is Debbie, I think. Yeah, Debbie.
Yeah, that's Debbie. And then Roberta's over there. You
Yeah,
can't see
Roberta's over
Roberta.
there.
You got the name on the neck?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, we got
Ebra. I don't know if you can see it, but
we got some with like makeup and some with like some really weird cornrows and makeup. And
some of their makeup's pretty spot on, though.
one of the lockers we got, she was a beauty school dropout, go back to high school kind of person, and her mom was stealing from the church.
You know how many videos Alex could make with those?
Yeah, I can make some videos.
Ooh. But yeah,
It's a
someone was.
captive audience, though, you know.
Yeah, very true. I mean, they were all jealous of my beautiful redhead, so I had to show them who's the boss. We wanted to do an intro, but we couldn't. It was one of those, how would people react to it? You know, we've got door, and they fit, because, you know, she thought of this, it was her.
What?
The door, basketball things that go over the door, little backboards with the rim. And these heads, they're great for a bank shot. So it's like, do that with it, or you know, slow pitch softball.
But you guys made an intro like that?
No, man, no. I was thinking about it. And it's like,
I suggested it to jovially. But then I
Do
thought,
it.
through a basketball net, it's probably not great.
we might upset
If you
somebody.
guys-
I would
in the
totally
chat-
do it.
In the chat, if you guys want to see them do like a shoot off with the heads, type 1 in the chat and encourage these fine folks to make an amazing intro playing basketball with dummy heads.
Yeah, we can do like basketball and underhand, slow hand softball. You know,
There's
that'd be
only,
awesome.
there's only one way to there's only one way to find out what people think.
That's very true.
You gotta be brave. You gotta do it. Look, we got a 1 from Brian, a 1 from Alexis, a 1 from Ronnie.
We got 2 words from Ronnie.
Oh, boy.
We got 2 of them. 1 from Darlene.
Hey, man.
It's a
Yeah, I
fest
just
what
want
you're doing.
to we're out there, you know, she's throwing a head at me, and I got a bat. Wham!
No, you gotta toss it.
How fast will the police come, you know?
I toss it.
When can we expect this video?
Oh, Lord. Oh, we'll have to do it. No,
Really?
we
Thanks
got to
a
do it.
lot. Now I like committed.
Yeah, I got no problem with that. We just got to make the mechanics work. We got that fancy iPhone now, so it can probably do it for us. We had to catch up with everybody, get out of the Samsung and go with the fancy, you know, $150 iPhone. There it is right there. Yeah. Oh, hey. Thanks, Drifting Goomba.
Thank you.
Tammy Annette said that they just subscribed, watched a few of your videos, and enjoyed them.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you. We're a work in progress, so appreciate it.
That we are. We are a work in progress. So,
What's y'all subscriber count right now?
let's see. Us and a lot of other people. Let me look. Let me look here. I got it right here, baby doll. 953.
I got 953. If you guys have not subscribed to Crockers Lockers, go check them out. James just put the link in the chat. Click that link. Go subscribe to them. They're awesome people representing Texas. We got another Texas man up in here. Grimes Fine here. What's up, Justin?
Yeah, don't let me work here, man.
I see what he said there.
Yeah, they sure will, Justin. Yeah, you let anyone in your videos too, man.
No, you look like stars.
There's Oscar.
There's Oscar. What's up, Oscar?
What's going on, Mr. Oscar?
No, dude, I thought that was the radio.
My radio.
Wow, it took like a spill and it stayed in tune. You gotta love Floyd.
Everybody's showing
yeah.
Oscar love. Look at that. Oscar, people love you, man.
No, they are
For sure.
trying to do it without glasses.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen, baby doll.
Yeah, I can.
So with that background you guys go hunting? I've never gone hunting.
We go storage unit hunting.
Got you.
Actually, we go hunting at the racetrack, but actually, no, not really.
Not really.
Go hunting at the grocery store.
I've done it a couple times, you know, and Mr. Big Bag grew up in the hood. Me, I don't know. I've done it to say I've done it, and I'd rather not.
You guys, you hunt yet?
Huh?
Do you hunt yet? I figure.
I've never gone to hunt. To like actually sit in a tree, wait for a deer to walk by. You know, I've never done that. I'm a fisherman. I grew up fishing.
Yeah.
You know, we used to like spear fishing in the ocean. You know, I used to be able to like dive all the way down to 50 feet.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Swim around, catch a grouper, stuff like that. That's my thing. I love the ocean.
I used to deer hunt, but I haven't done that for I don't know, probably 10 years or something.
Why?
For a long time.
He was like, why?
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 Funny.
But no, I mean, I've gone hunting. I've shot a couple deer, and you know, the way people hunt nowadays. I mean, this is just my philosophy on it. Hanging off a tree in the middle of a snowstorm, you know, that's pretty awesome. Going out there to the Tractor Supply, buying a feeder, and setting it up and waiting for something to come eat, like your dog's waiting on his dinner at the bowl. I mean, if something is illegal in Louisiana, there's probably something wrong with it, you know?
Right.
Think about that, because it's called baiting, and it's frowned upon in Louisiana. So, I mean, there's probably something wrong with it.
Yeah, I was that guy hanging 20-30 feet in a tree, freezing my butt off in a snowstorm.
Well, that's hunting, though.
Yeah, that's hunting.
That's hunting to me. I mean, get out there with a bow and get after it, you know? That's hunting to me.
Yeah,
I did not shoot Bambi.
And my boss at the farm would give me permission to go across the street across the cornfield. And there was a big patch of woods, so it was cornfield surrounded by like an island of woods. So
Nice.
it was awesome. It was like the perfect setup. But yeah, just carrying the tree stand all the way back there was miserable. And then like especially after you just got off work and doing farm work, and then in the winter I got one deer out of there and I was like, all right, I'm done, and I haven't ever done it since. But I just don't feel like I hate being cold, so I don't feel like sitting in a tree freezing my butt off all day, hoping I see a deer.
I'm like the total opposite. I love cold. Jordan sent us some pictures of the snow. From 1 minute to the next, there was snow on the ground, and I was like, man, you're so lucky, bro.
Yeah, I was outside last night listed on eBay, and then there was nothing. I mean, it was like cold. It was getting colder, and then next minute I opened the door and I was like, what the heck? Where'd all this come from? And it was like 2 inches of snow.
Nice.
I'm like,
that was Texas. We closed.
That's true.
Yeah.
Be done.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask y'all. Do y'all just do like storage units? What's your main thing? Like, you know, like Jordan has a regular job. I had a regular job. You know, now I'm like concentrating on eBay and Amazon mainly. But what do you guys? You know, what's your thing? Are you guys?
9 to 5 for
Yeah,
sure.
I've got a 9 to 5. Been doing it for about 16 years now, and you know, I'm a trust designer, so that's what I do. I stare at plans and blueprints all day and draw triangles, and put them in the thing and said, okay, this goes 2 foot, 2 foot, 2 foot, 2 foot on center.
And it doesn't make him smile, but doing silly storage units and things like that aggravates him but makes him smile. So
exactly, it's a compromise.
Yeah.
I mean, it's either storage units or I go start playing music again, and because I've got to have some way to blow off steam. And as much as I love playing music, I'd rather hang out with my wife more. So I mean, that's
Remember he said that. If anything happened, remember he said that. So y'all heard it.
But no, I'd love to make it a full-time gig. I would love to make it. I'd love to get find that Jeremy Hill's magic, and find the horseshoe and stick it where I need to stick it and roll with it. But
we're still learning. We're
learning. I mean, that's for sure. The hardest part is getting rid of stuff. That's the hardest part. I'll say getting rid of it, but I mean selling and.
We can get rid of it.
I mean, we can get rid of it. Google likes
gotta make
us.
money. Yeah, right.
But
Google likes us a lot.
yeah, so mainly it's just hobby that I'd love to make a full-time gig if I was able to. That would be awesome. And get to work with my best friend. What more badass could that be? Pardon my French.
Yeah, I agree. I'd love to make this full time, man.
Yo, dude, that I think it's awesome though. You got yourself something steady. You're doing something, and then for fun, but at the same time, you make a little change.
Mm-hmm.
But you get to do a storage unit game. I think that's cool because I've done it with Oscar. I helped him out a few times, like clean out a storage unit and all that stuff, and it was fun. It was fun. Like, what's in the box? Oh my God. And then you find something. And like the one time, like I mean, it's just awesome. I think it's a good way to pass time, and you can find stuff that you want to keep for yourself that you can use for yourself. You can find stuff that you could sell. You can find stuff to donate. And for the most part, you don't have to spend a whole bunch of money. There's times that you can find a unit that's dirt cheap.
It's harder.
It's harder. The ones that we're finding that are like dirt cheap up here in Dallas, and Justin, chime into the chat if you want. When you get into 10 by 20s, your 10 by 15, your 10 by 30s, those you can get a lot cheaper than your 5 by 5s and your 5 by 10.
Which is what we can move.
It's what we move right now. Our transportation situation is a lot of 5 by 5s and 5 by 10s. So,
and they go for stupid money, I think, because everybody thinks like us, it's smaller, you can move it. So they go way high, or not so much, but going through units, doesn't it make you like question humanity a little bit? Because it's, why is this here and this, and why it's just, we say wow a lot.
Yeah, our first drug dealer unit was it was crazy. It was before we started taping units.
Oh, yeah. Sadly.
And we got these two, and one of them, the mom and the son had HIV, and they were homeless, I guess, sometimes together, sometimes some little different storage unit or whatever.
Well, pictures on the phone showed how they paid for things.
Yeah, pictures on the phone showed him how he paid for things. He liked to wear a lot of women's clothes. And
details.
Well, no, I mean, it is what it is. And they had in their pockets of their pants and their backpacks, they had needles.
Yeah.
Just poked all around. So when you stuck your hand in,
safety pins and needles.
Safety pins and sewing needles.
Oh,
like scary.
And then you find the HIV positive paperwork.
Yeah.
And you're like, my God, I'm so glad I wore gloves, But that's the first unit we found crack in. And then the one after that, it was a great unit. It was awesome. It was in downtown Dallas. And it had, the first thing we found was a big old bag of brown heroin. Like big old, take it. And we literally, I was like, okay, take this from point A to the toilet. Bye-bye, you're gone. And it's just, they were a drug dealer and they were selling, we're trading stuff for, Michael Kors purses, Coach purses. We found a Chanel purse. We found Jordan's fishing reels. I mean, it was a great unit for resale. And, it's just sad.
Humans.
Yeah, it just.
Well, you probably see it too if you went through a couple with Oscar. It's like, I say we do a lot of wow.
Yeah, we do a what?
Yeah.
I think I wore that most.
Yeah, we
You know?
found one of the units. It had, it was obvious that the dude was into something, you know.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And sure enough, yeah, we found it was what we expected, you know. Found drugs in there, and, you know, and we stomped on it the whole deal. And
Mhm.
I mean, it's something you expect, you know, with a storage unit, especially like depending the area too. I guess like Miami, Florida, it's like you're gonna find something like that, you know.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
It's really the part of town too. I think. I mean, it's
I think it's every
we
part of town.
well, we found more hardcore drugs towards downtown Dallas and Deep Ellum than we have out here in the suburbs. Suburbs, we found mainly, alcoholics and alcoholism kind of stuff, but in downtown area, it's been a lot of your harder drugs, and it's just like, I mean, what are you thinking? You know, I mean, it's like I saw Jordan's little girl just walk through there, and I'm like, I see pictures of people's kids,
Yeah,
and I'm fine, 14-inch long unicorn horns and a sack of meth, and your kid's pictures underneath it. I mean, what's I just want to find them and just smack them. It really makes me angry. It really does. And I don't
yeah,
know if it's a bad human, a good human, or what, but it just really makes me angry.
yeah, yeah. It's sad, dude. It's sad. I mean, you know, that's just how it is. Apparently, you know,
Yeah,
somebody leaving a unit. Most of the time, I don't think people lose units for good reasons. You know,
yeah,
Right,
like
exactly.
there's always a story behind it. I think that's important too. Like when you guys do videos, to actually tell the story. You know,
yeah,
try to figure out what the story is, tell the story, and you know, shed some light because it could open up somebody's eyes. You know, maybe spark something in somebody's mind, and maybe they're going through some stuff, and you know, it could inspire somebody, motivate somebody to change, all those kind of things. You know.
Because I wonder about that. We'll start to say something here and there. I'll start to say it about the story, about what happened, and I'm like, oh, is that too much? I don't know if people really want to hear it. But yeah, I mean, the stories are deep. They
yeah.
are.
We got one gal. It was the Bass Pro unit. Um,
Oh,
she was. I mean, her dad was locked up and writing her these intense letters.
he was
It's,
actually pardoned by President Obama,
yeah, he was
which
part.
we weren't feeling at that time. It was like, wow, things like that. And sadly, she got into writing letters to other prisoners and got into the same whole mess.
Yeah, she
and
was
go to
selling pictures to
jail
other
and-
prisoners.
Yeah, so, but it's just, yeah, the stories. But I don't know if people really want to hear it. I don't know. I don't
It's
know.
6 to 1, half dozen the other. I mean, it's
We could ask right now. We can ask right now. People in the chat,
Like, no,
go
actually,
ahead and let us know. Do you think, you know, no matter what the story is, isn't it? Well, what is your opinion on, you know, whether we should tell the story of the lockers? You know,
yeah.
it could be a good story, a bad story. You know, how deep should it get? You know, should there be some sort of censorship or you know stop point? You know, when it comes to the story, I personally feel. I personally feel the realer and more raw you can go about it, the better. You know, when you try to hide it or you know, it's not that it's bad. It's just when
It's
you
reality.
mhm.
it's somebody's gonna hear it. That's I think it's very important to share your experiences,
Yeah,
because that's how we help each other. And at the same time, if it's not necessarily your experience, you can share someone else's experience. I've dealt with the drug addiction community because I'm in recovery myself. I'll have 5 years clean and sober next month.
happy
And
birthday, brother. Happy birthday.
thank you, man, thank you.
4 years
And
myself.
that's what's up. And I always talk to people, and they always tell me, you know, how their kid passed away, you know, or their cousin or their friend, you know, and it's hard to say it to them, but the truth is that sometimes it takes someone to die for someone else to live. And
Yeah,
what I mean by that, when I tell them that, is that they can use their story to help someone else. You know, so I think it's real important to tell a story. You know, even if it's not necessarily yours. it could change someone's life.
Yeah, I think the one that messed me up the most out of all of them really was the deadbeat mom blocker. That was, I mean, we found all the paperwork, and I mean, Kimberly had to read it, and I couldn't fathom how you could do that to a child. I wanted to find this. I found her on Facebook, and I was ready to just like, and that's where I've got to back off because I'm just like, don't you know? I mean,
when it involves kids, it's like, I don't know. It's reality, but it's a somber, hard reality.
It makes you. We don't have kids, but I hug my dog and my cat a lot harder. So I don't have to units. It's just one of those things, man. But and there's the great units you find that
We have a lot that make us laugh.
Yeah, we have a lot that make us laugh, man. We did one where it was we filmed it, but it was just kind of like a meh kind of filming. We profiled it. Everything was perfect. Boxes were taped, totes were taped. Everything was stacked up beautifully.
Pretty.
It was pretty. We actually spent the most money we'd spent on this unit. And we get there, open the door, and it was like a midget had been living in there smoking cigarettes for 6 months nonstop. And then it was I guess the reseller thought it was cheaper to get a unit for a month.
Yeah, 5x5.
And they're probably sitting there watching the auction going, look at that idiot buying all this garbage. So that was
the strangest thing. There was nothing personal in there, no pictures, no paperwork, nothing. It was all random, really kitchen stuff.
Yeah.
Not even clothes like you would
Transformers missing parts.
Broken toys. And everything was all taped up. It was the strangest thing. But when we asked the manager, he's like, "Oh, I remember her." And he talked about it. He goes, "Yeah, she said something about her resale business." I was like, she stuck everything she wanted in. She got the free, for the $1 a month and took off.
And we paid $200 to do someone's dumpster.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that one we actually profiled and everything. I mean,
we were so excited.
Yeah, we were like, wow, we fought for this and we got it. We can't wait to get over there. And we get in there, it's like, car or what, man?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there's good ones. Then, we found one. You don't know the story behind it, but it was judging by the diplomas and the degrees, a really highly educated X-ray tech. Lost her stuff. You don't know. I mean, it's like the boyfriend stashed his stuff here and not pick it up. I mean, it just goes all the way across the gamut, man. It just really goes all the way across the board. But usually, I hate to say it, the best stuff that we find for sale is in the drug units. That's the best stuff we find for resale. That's when you find the Jordans and you find the Kohan and you find the watches and all the other things.
I was gonna say that's probably where you find a lot more of the high end, stuff.
We've been on one just because. Here, hold on. Just because of.
I don't know what he's talking about, but we'll see.
No, you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
We got a locker and cleaned it out just to get
yeah.
these. Just to get, so I can put these on my feet. Where's the camera? There's the camera. Just put those on my feet. $20.
They don't fit him very well, but
They fit.
because he pushes his foot in like Cinderella. But they fit. They fit.
I might be baking bread, but dadgummit, I got some Jordans.
And he's like, "Should I sell them?" I'm like, "Well, if they don't fit." But
Hey,
he got his Jordans for $20.
exactly. So, I
there
mean,
we go.
Nice.
Made it up for a while.
but what do you guys look for when you buy units or go out thrifting?
Yeah.
For me, I haven't yet bought a unit. That's something I want to do this year. I definitely want to make some more space in my garage and buy at least one unit, kind of get my feet wet. But as far as thrifting, I usually look for the vintage or shoes. Shoes is a big one. I always look good. I'm always sourcing shoes. And
He's the true pimp.
Yeah, as Oscar calls me, the sneaker pimp.
Sneaker pimp. There you go.
That's right.
Yeah, I probably got like full. I know I have 3 whole totes completely full of shoes, like the 30-gallon totes or something huge.
Wow.
Wow.
And then, I just started filling my 4th one yesterday. But yeah, I do a lot of shoes.
Yeah, so what surprised me was when you said cleats.
Yeah.
Cleats, that really, really, really
Ton of
surprised me. We see a ton of them. And we, you know.
Thank you, Oscar.
Thank you, Oscar, for the super chat, my man.
Yeah, thanks, Oscar.
We're all back in here.
But yeah, I don't.
Super chat!
And happy birthday to your wife, too.
Yeah, happy birthday, Miss Oscar.
Capricorns are the best.
Yeah, you are.
Oh,
But yeah, cleats. I never would have thought that, and
we see those all the time.
that's really good to know.
Yeah. The video I'm going to premiere after this, I talk more about it, but it's like, you know, me coming from like a parent side of it, you know, picking my parenting into reselling is like, I'm not going to go out there and buy $80, $90 shoes for you to wear for 6 weeks for softball, and then you're going to throw them away or take them to Goodwill, and then, or what I usually do with hers is I take them outside, take pictures, and sell them. But
There you go.
There you go.
I go more into that in this video. But yeah, but that's like I wouldn't go and buy brand new cleats unless we're getting them at like Marshalls or something for. But we're not spending big money because it's like you're only gonna wear them for like 6 weeks and they're done. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna spend $90 on some brand new Nikes for you. Like you're a kid.
Yeah, Under Armour's work just as well, and they're a third of the price, man. You know, so it's crazy. I mean, the stuff that my brother-in-law would spend on my niece and nephews for their sports. I mean, that's you could build an empire.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah, when I was younger, we would always buy, like, my cousin would always have like the best of the best, like baseball bag, baseball, baseball mitts, bats, everything. He'd have like top of the line everything, and then we're like buying crap from like MC Sports on clearance, and we're like,
Kmart, baby.
Yeah, Kmart, Walmart. Like, I'm not. we didn't go all out like where my cousin though, but my cousin was really good, so his parents like invested in him a lot, and he played sports all the way up through college, so I didn't do that.
Yeah, my nephew's got those genes. I just raced BMX and did bad things, you know. My nephew's got all the good genes. Where do you have a scholarship to? He's not a tech, but he was somewhere up there in y'all's neck of the woods, up there in the snow. And basically anything north of the Red River here in Texas is Yankee land, man. So he was up there, and now he's over at Tech, and he's going to try out for football. I mean, they were blessed with that, and what they spend on that stuff, I can't. I don't know.
You're a dad and a reseller, so you can sort of benefit.
Yeah, exactly.
Another one is baseball pants.
Oh, really?
I sold a ton of those last year, like used. I'd go to Goodwill, pick them up for like $3, and would flip them for like $22.50 in a heartbeat.
Wow,
Nice.
They're expensive.
What do you think? Mercari, eBay, or eBay? What are the fees on something like that? That's what's been keeping us away from eBay. You know, a lot of the $20 items. I don't want eBay to take 18 of them.
Oh, no, it's not that crazy. It's only like, I think, 10%, 13% with PayPal?
Total? 10% and 3.2% with PayPal. And then if you got promoted listing, that depends, what percentage you put there. And then shipping, if you charge it or not. I mean, it's
structure kind of broke up all over the place. Depends on how you are on eBay. Like top rated seller, you get shipping discounts and stuff like that. So when I ship, I get a shipping discount. I don't pay what the rate says on the. So if it's like $439 to ship it first class. I pay like $366 or something like that. So
Okay.
yeah, so
But
it breaks up kind of all over the place, but yeah, it's about like 13% pretty much across the board between PayPal and eBay. It's not completely.
Because I sold on there years ago, and then the fees, I thought that's stupid, but okay, 13% is not that.
Yeah, the last thing I sold on eBay was I do a lot of die-cast Hot Wheels 164 kind of stuff, and last thing I sold was a liquid color, chase piece for NASCAR Authentics.
You almost owed them money.
I know, I almost owed eBay money, I think, because I clicked the wrong things, man.
Like, wow.
But what did we sell? We sold it for what, $45, and we got like 28 out of it or something.
I thought we got 13 out of it, actually, but it was something stupid.
Yeah, it was
I don't know
crazy.
what buttons you pushed.
I pushed the wrong ones, obviously.
Yeah,
It's the ones I push on you, the wrong ones.
No.
But I've noticed like the Mercari, like I was saying earlier, I get a lot of it's the flat 10%, and I get a lot more interest in Hot Wheels video games and stuff like that. So I'm trying to figure out what to put where.
But yeah, what to put where? That's true. That's what we're trying to figure out. What sells better on what platform, so we can put our time into that.
What say you?
Yeah, like Mercari's better, I know, for like video games and especially like vintage games and Game Boys, stuff like that. But yeah, every platform's got some, it does better with something. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
a lot of people cross list. I don't necessarily. I've cross listed a couple things here and there, but I've always just been eBay mainly. Yeah, I did Poshmark there in the beginning for a little bit and listed a few things, sold a few things. But it just I hated doing clothes, and I knew that right away, so I stopped.
Preach.
I have a box full of clothes right now. It's there. It's gonna get listed. But I don't care. Like I'll list.
It's a lot of work to do measurements and et cetera, all that stuff. So.
And see, a lot of the resale shops, they'll rip you off too. I mean, you take it over to like Plato's Closet or somewhere like that.
No.
They rip you off. So I mean, it's all I know is Google has a lot of good stuff.
I like finding stuff like this. Like this right here is my kind of thing. This, you see this?
Ooh, drum machine.
I'm gonna sell this for about $400. I already got somebody messaging me telling me to hold on to it. It's first come, first serve. But that's the kind of stuff. It's hard to find it, but when you do, it's good money. It's like that one listing, one sale, pretty much just makes my day.
Yeah, nice.
I'm happy with that.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Some of those.
Yeah, we thought we found that with we found a unit that had a bunch of security cameras in it and some.
We're still sitting on them.
We're still sitting on them. I mean, it's just.
But I mean, cameras that I think on the low end of retail are $200. I think we have them right now for $150.
They're new in the box.
Yeah, I mean they're the security cameras, your dome.
Honeywell dome cameras, man. That sitting mounted and all that.
We've been sitting on them for.
You guys know all about, like, when you research an item, you know that when you hit solds, that the solds that pop up is for the last 90 days, right?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay, this last 90 days.
Yeah, that's what I like, and I learned that from Casey, the Rockstar Flipper. Like, I honestly never knew that until I heard him say it, and it just blew my mind. And how, like, to me, it just made so much sense when I'm researching an item, a product or whatever. How you can tell, like, okay, this thing is gonna sell. Like, especially if there's 60 listed and 200 sold, you know that thing's gonna sell like instantly. And like.
Up there.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably.
Put them on Bleed see what happens.
Probably.
So I mean that's just been because the fees have been just one of those we stuck our toe in with Mercari and 10% is like we know we can add in our head. It tells you.
We just don't put enough profit on it, I guess. Maybe.
Maybe I don't know.
Do you do returns? Do you offer that? on your listing, do you offer the whole return kind of deal too?
Yeah, you can return it. You got to pay.
I don't know if
Well,
we
yeah.
put that in the listing. I guess that would help sales. I don't know.
I'm like, I don't mind. You could, yes, I accept returns in 30 days. Buyer pays.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't done the. I see that it makes sense, and it doesn't really, like, the people I've talked to, they don't get messed up because of it, like by offering free return shipping. I just choose not to do it. You know?
No, I'm not going to pay for you to send it back.
Yeah.
No, so that's necessary evil there. So I mean that makes sense.
Maybe we'll stick them on there then. We'll give that a try.
Yeah. What would you recommend, like splitting stuff up? I mean, between eBay and Mercari, what would you guys recommend on that as far as your structure?
I would cross list it, man. Be honest. Everything,
Okay.
especially electronics.
See, that's the one thing where I don't have much listed on Mercari to begin with. Like I don't really dabble with it. Like I've got a few things there, but I haven't put the effort into it. It's just like I'm so like stuck on time, or however I want to word that. Like I'm hardly running on all cylinders as it is. So to add in a bunch of I sell it on Amazon just because it's like that's just one more kick in the hose. That's
a good question there. Amazon, how do you get set up on Amazon? What are the parameters for that?
Or do you even like it?
Or do you even like it? Yeah.
Who asked that question?
Me.
You did?
Yeah.
I'm recording the chat. Hey, how do you set up for Amazon?
Yeah.
Well, both you were talking about Amazon, Jordan. You sell.
Yeah, I've been needing to come out with videos. I'll be coming out with videos soon, but it's not that difficult. You just go to Amazon. You basically get the app, and then you sign up from there. It'll ask you for stuff like your bank statement. The bank statement has to have your address. It has to have your name, and it has to have the address of the bank on it as well. Your license, and then a credit card. I use the debit card. People say that they've tried and they weren't able to. But that's basically all you really need to set up just a regular account. Obviously, if you got an LLC and stuff, you could attach that to it right when you're signing up. It's really not that complicated. It's just the way when you send in the pictures to them. Sometimes that's where the trouble is because they're getting it, but they don't see it good, or the information is not right. Sometimes it takes 2-3 tries for it to go through, but eventually. And then there's the free version, which I would recommend to everybody. Before where if you sell something, you pay 99 cents per sale, versus paying $40 a month, where it takes away the 99 cents per sale. But if you're not going to sell more than 40 items your first month, then you're better off just getting the free one. That's why I would recommend just try it out your first month, unless you got a few $1,000s in your pocket and you're gonna go out there and get a ton of product and you're gonna sell what you're doing already and you know it's gonna sell. Then you go with the free account first. Try to learn it first. That's what I would recommend.
That's the difference. Like, did you notice? Did you have better returns? Are you prime or are you not prime? Prime sellers, that make a difference?
What do you mean? Like, yeah, for me, everything I sent in was prime. Everything I've ever sent in had the prime badge to it. I sent it in FBA, and yeah, I mean, it sells the way when it sells. You go by the rank. You don't know for sure when something's gonna sell, right? But you kind of have an idea. You have an idea because you know that it's a hot item. How much competition you have, the inventory that they got. Should you send it in now in January, or do you wait till March or April to send it in? It's kind of, huh?
You physically send your stuff to Amazon?
You buy a carload full of crap. You come home, right? You take off stickers if you got to take off stickers, right?
Yeah.
You prepare it if you have to put it in a plastic bag, or if you got to bubble wrap it. Some cases you don't have to do nothing, just take off stickers. Then you enter it into the system. Then out of this Dymo thing right here, back here, this little printer right here,
Mhm.
that printer is going to come out some of this stuff. There it is. Yeah. And then you put that on top of the barcode, make sure no other barcodes are showing from the product, that only that barcode is showing, so that when Amazon receives your item, they know that it's yours, where it's going, all that stuff. So once you put that little so you go from preparing, put the label on it, put it in a box, and when you fill up all the boxes and you're done with all your stuff, Amazon tells you where they go. You print out the shipping label, slap it on the box, take it to UPS. I go to UPS.
Okay.
Right. It's real easy, and then you forget about it. So it's like I have all this crap over here for eBay, but like this is what it looks like at Amazon. Like this, if this was crap for Amazon, this is my crap will be at Amazon, and then Amazon will be like, "Oh, you sold this," so they worry about everything. I love it, bro. I love it.
Okay.
You worry about it like one
So
time.
Amazon's your flip.
Yeah, but it's gonna be weird stuff.
Amazon's where it's at, bro. Amazon.
Okay.
At least try it out. I encourage everybody to try it out.
For the free thing, for sure.
Will that work with like collectibles also, or is eBay better for collectibles?
eBay's better for like rare collectibles and stuff like that, but you can sell some good collectible stuff with Amazon. There's just different things you have to do sometimes, you know, like you have to package it ready to ship pretty much, and sometimes it's just different, you know. But yeah, there's collectible things, like even collectible VCRs, like $400 VCRs.
They're VCRs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you try to sell it on eBay and you sell it for $50, but on Amazon, sell it for $300.
I know Alex hasn't touched on it, but I know a couple of people in the chat are. So, like, if you find like something brand new, wrapped, sealed in a storage unit, do not send that to Amazon and say that thing is brand new. You have to sell it as used because you don't have proof of purchase. You don't have a receipt to prove it. So if Amazon like comes at you and hits you with that, like you're screwed. You're screwed.
You can get away with it. I've gotten away with stuff like that because I didn't know any better. But yeah, you don't want to risk it, because once they tell you, hey, we want proof, they freeze your account, and until you can prove it to them, you're pretty much done on Amazon.
Yeah. They freeze your money. They freeze. I mean, everything's like you're screwed.
I mean, I'm sure there's a way that you can pay somebody like a lawyer or something to get around it or do something, but I don't know of a way because I've never got to that.
I mean, paying a lawyer you get around, that's like mailing off for a 10-cent stamp, you know, from 10-cent coupon.
Yeah.
Taco, what are you doing, son? Sorry, Taco decided he wanted to make an appearance.
Taco the cat.
Oh, he'll walk across the screen here in a sec. I know he will.
You can sell the books to Amazon then.
Yeah, that's where I found all our book prices, babe. Was that
Yeah, there's like really good money in used books on Amazon though. Like, there's people that just do that and make one hell of a living off of doing that.
We've got about 3 totes, everything from
Taco,
college books
buddy.
to
Here he goes.
I got him. College books to I think good stuff.
Taco, there he is.
And Taco, come here, son.
There's Taco the cat.
He's a big boy.
I found him. Was a Sunday morning race morning was it 2018?
Yep.
Yeah, in front of the 7-Eleven at 5 o'clock in the morning. I go in there to get cigarettes, and there's this little cat out there. So he came home. Someone had dumped him off after Halloween. I guess he was no use to him.
Yeah, now he's got the best house in the world.
Yeah, he hit the jackpot for sure. But no, I mean that's great insight. I wouldn't even thought about like baseball pants or any of that. So I'm still hung up on all the baseball pants.
I'm happy about books on Amazon because we've got a ton of books. We donated a ton, and we're going to take a bunch to half-price books, but we probably get $1 for a truckload of them if we take them there. But
yeah, then you got to waste 8 hours of time too.
Waiting while they look everything up.
But is there anything y'all want to ask us about storage units, whether here or in the comments or?
I don't know what time is the premiere thing at, Jordan.
Yeah, what time is your premiere?
I changed it to 10:30, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to. It was like we were live for like 38 minutes. I'm like, man, I don't want to cut them off at like 40 minutes just for that. So.
No, I mean, whatever y'all want, man. I mean, that's. Bye, Mama G. Good night.
Night, Mama G.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, if anybody in the chat has any questions for Crockers Lockers, go ahead and ask them right now. Last few minutes of the show. And also, if you're not subscribed to them already, as it says on the little scrolling thing at the bottom of this right here, subscribe to them. We're trying to get them to 1,000 subscribers, and we can get them at least real close. We'll be super happy. And if you haven't already, give this a thumbs up.
Oh, yeah. 13 Goomba asked us if we do live auctions or online auctions.
Both.
It's a mix, yeah. A lot of online, and then live auctions. Generally, she's got to go because I'm chained to the desk here. And if I'm able to get away, I'll go. But
I think live ones are better. I think you get a bunch more for your money usually on live. Because online, sometimes they sit for a week, sometimes 3 weeks, and people throw crazy money at them.
Yeah, people see an Xbox box and just a box. And in one picture, it's like this. In another picture, it's like this.
Yeah, they go.
In another picture, it's like this. But that'll sell for $500. And it's absolutely insane. So I mean, if you want to make good money and decent profits, I would say go live. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, for the most part.
And
a couple of really good ones online, but it's such a gamble.
And usually live, it just depends. Like I know Public Storage, their their deposits are $100, and then some of them, a lot of them are between 20 and 50, depends on the auctioneer. And some of that, I mean, it goes back to the Jeremy Hales thing. You hate to do it, and you might get banned from a certain auctioneer. But you see something, and I mean, it's in another town or whatever, I mean, get what you want out of it. The deposit's $50. There you go. And it's not something that we want to do.
That's not what we do.
No, we've dumped one, and I feel bad about that one.
The whole time we have one. There was a reason for that, but yeah, no, we don't do that.
But yeah, that's it. Like I said, if you want to get banned, the storage treasures will ban you, and
everybody will ban you.
Everybody will ban you. It's
It's not nice.
No, it's not nice. It's not. It's not nice. It's not. There's a few places here in Mesquite where we're at the house where the guy's like, he's really shady, and
we reported him.
We reported him for sure. I mean, there was one unit. I mean, it was like by the time I got to the second rat skeleton, I was like, dude. This ain't, I need a hazmat suit to get in here. They had a jewelry box and some other stuff. And it was great until you open the door and smell the rat urine.
That's the thing, you can't figure it out online.
Yeah, smell vision.
You don't get to smell it, you don't get the,
And he knew, and it was really bad because we found a little plastic tote, like for, you put books or fishing tackle in, it had some Bibles in it. And there was so much rat urine in it, it had disintegrated the Bibles. The cover was there, like half of the Bible, and the rest of it was just disintegrated.
Well, I went in, he gave us our deposit back.
Yeah,
and I said, we're going to have to call hazmat, we're going to do this. Well, the roofs had a leak and haven't had electricity on this side. And so he gave us our deposit back. We lost our money on it. But
we got a couple things out of it, we did do that. But, cell phones,
that's when you don't.
Those are
online,
quick.
You have no idea. You have no idea online.
Yeah, so live is really the way to go as far as smelling and whatnot. And we've scored. Our Black Friday locker was really good. We got it for $10 in Public Storage, and it was
sticky and yucky, but it was good. It ended up being good in the end.
Yeah, what turned me on to that, just keep your eagle eyes out, man. Because I saw a Dunienberg purse, and that's what I saw, and I was like telling her, I was like, hey, bid on it. No one else bid on it, $10. And
because it was a mess.
Yeah, it was a mess. They had 2 heaters in it, and we sold those heaters for $30 a piece. Boom, gone out the door within a week. So I mean, that's tons of money right there, and everything else has just been pure profit out of it. So
it's a little work cleaning it out and doing all that, but yeah, when things sell, it makes it all better.
oh yeah. But the one thing I've noticed now, a lot of these cell phones, you want to be able to, if they're, I had an HTC that we just sold. It was kind of like an iPhone, where the SIM card was internal. You can't take the battery cover off and all that. And we sold it, and we didn't know that it had a SIM card tray in it. We had no idea. I mean, your Samsungs and all your LGs and whatnot, a lot of the HTCs also, you just take them and wipe them and go with it, right? And collect your $30, pass go, and go on about your life. And some of them just keep an eyeball out. If you start buying units, some of these phones, just make sure you can access the battery and the SIM card.
That's a good question.
What's that?
Dale Nichols said, well, any of the online auctions let people come in and look at the units in person? I don't think so. Sometimes you can call and ask a question or two, depending on the place. We'll tell you, but we've never had anybody
come and look. They don't want to break the seal.
Well, it's already.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's.
Yeah.
And just, yeah, it's already. Technically, they don't want to break the seal on it because they put that seal on there with the number, and they're not supposed to do that. So.
Which I wish they would.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
That'd be nice to get.
I wish they would stay out of the, do that. Yeah, I mean, I was going somewhere else.
Yeah, I know.
I wish the storage units. I mean, I wish they would stay out of the units before the management would stay out of the units before they auction them. Go in there and pilfer them. So, but that's a whole story for another day. If they say just don't trust them when they say they stay out of them, I'd say probably 95% of them don't. Any other questions? Any other questions?
Yeah, we're gonna start winding. We're gonna probably end this here in a couple minutes. So,
okay.
Alex,
that's football.
You got anything else you want to add there, Mr. Alex?
Yeah, I got a couple things. I love y'all. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. And those who subscribe to Crockers Lockers, thank you for subscribing to them. Kim, John, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
You guys are, when it comes to me, you're welcome anytime to be hanging out with us. And that's about it, man. Other than that, I'm gonna get back to this thing.
We appreciate the invite, y'all. There's no better thing we could do on a Saturday night. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys for coming on and hanging out.
We got a webcam for this, man. It's like serious.
Yeah, as soon as I found out you got a webcam, I was like, I'm hitting them up.
We're here anytime.
Yeah, we're here anytime, man. Y'all want anything, just holler at us, I mean, we're here to help.
Awesome.
And if you're here with our crew, you haven't gone and subscribed to My Flipping Life, Fatman The Flipper, Elcubanaso, y'all get on over there, let your fingers walk you on over there. See, I'm like, okay, there's my keyboard. And click that, subscribe button and turn the bell on. It's actually really good learning. So that's it. Besides that, we got to hang around for Jordan, if y'all want to know what the moon boots are.
But yeah, with that being said, I appreciate you guys coming on, hanging out with us. Mr. James is plugging the link to my premiere. It starts in 2 minutes. So give the video a thumbs up. Go subscribe to Crockers Lockers, and we'll see you over at the premiere. Thank you all for watching. Love y'all. Have a great night.
All right. Go to the premiere, y'all. We'll be